Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into yet another exciting Blox Fruits bulletin post. And let me tell you, while this one might not be packed with dozens of updates, it's absolutely loaded with interesting stuff. We're talking 4th C, the bomb fruit rework, potential lore shifts, and a whole lot more. As always, I'll be walking you through every detail, breaking everything down in a way that makes sense, and of course, sharing my own thoughts, theories, and opinions along the way. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive straight into it. The first major bulletin is titled, Attacker Unleashes Devastating Attack During Arrest. This one leans heavily into the lore aspect, something we've seen increasingly lately. We've clearly shifted from straightforward update posts to more lore-infused teasers, which is honestly quite exciting. The explosion takes place in Peerage Village, our first real hint at a bomb fruit rework. But don't worry, we're not left hanging. The post gives us more evidence to support that theory. According to the story, the suspect was apprehended, but before being fully escorted, he suddenly flared open a gray cloak, revealing an array of compact explosives. With the official image that accompanied this post, we can almost definitively say this is the bomb fruit rework. But why bomb? There are definitely other fruits that could benefit more from a rework. That's what makes this intriguing. Maybe this isn't just a rework. Maybe it's also a rarity change. Because honestly, hyping up bomb and then giving it minor VFX updates would feel underwhelming. And this isn't the only rework being teased. Based on earlier bulletins, it's safe to assume that pain is also on the list of fruits getting revamped. We'll get into that a bit later. Now let's move on to the next bulletin post. This one was, well, kind of disappointing in terms of content. Mostly bad news with a small sprinkle of good. You remember all those big things that were teased? Map reworks, UI changes, new mechanics, fruit reworks. Where are they? According to this update, they're not coming anytime soon. Why? Because of optimization issues. And honestly, as much as I'd love to see those updates, I get it. Mobile players especially would suffer. Imagine getting 10 FPS on those reworked islands. Even now, we're facing performance problems, so pushing these visual upgrades without proper optimization could have made things much worse. That said, there's one part of this bulletin I strongly disagree with, or worse, shift the game into something it was never meant to be. I don't see that as a negative. In fact, I'd love for Blox Fruits to evolve into a more advanced RPG with high-quality maps, more depth, and immersion. The UI rework not feeling like Blox Fruits? That's fine. They could just remake the UI in a way that keeps the classic style but modernizes it. What stood out the most in this section was the final line. The teased content isn't gone, it's being reimagined with performance in mind. That gives me hope. If that means fewer assets, smaller file sizes, that's totally fine. I'd gladly sacrifice a few decorations if we could get, say, the Kingdom of Rose looking as stunning as the new Port Town rework. In short, beautiful, optimized, and immersive. Next up, the community poll results. In short, 4th C won, so it's probably the current top development priority. Now here's where I have a bit of a hot take. I actually disagree with this direction. It looks like the community is asking for another level grind heavy experience, which honestly gets stale. If we're going to do 4th C, we absolutely need a grinding revamp alongside it. And it's not even in the top 3 priorities. That's a shame. A true grinding revamp would bring huge replayability, keep players engaged, and attract new audiences. Because let's be real, Blox Fruits is often called a bandit beater and nothing more. We can change that. Imagine reworking grinding with fishing systems, hunting missions, bounty contracts, sea event tracking, exploration-based tasks. There are so many ways to make grinding more diverse and fun. I seriously hope the developers consider implementing these ideas alongside the 4th C. Second place in the poll was fruit reworks, and third was new fruits. I totally agree with the rework priority. We need balance across all fruits. Players shouldn't have to rely on just the meta or mythical fruits to be competitive. As for new fruits, yes, we are getting one. Introducing the Great One. This fruit was one of the contest winners, and it looks absolutely amazing, at least based on the concept art. It was confirmed by Rippy. I saw Absol's work. It's crazy. Even before that, Rippy mentioned he was already familiar with this fruit, so it's not just fan art anymore, it's official. I won't get into all the other placements in the poll, but just to mention, the lag on the 4th was addressed. I personally don't experience it much, but if you do, feel free to drop a comment. Grinding Revamp ranked 5th, and again, that should have been top 3, easily. Finally, let's talk about the last bulletin post, Port Town's washed up mystery. Now, even though this one doesn't give us a lot of detail, I've got a few theories. Take the first line. A battered crate washed up ashore earlier this week at the edge of Port Town, and its contents are far from ordinary. Could this be teasing collectibles? A new item system? Hidden quests? Rare loot events? It's vague, yes, but every bulletin we've gotten lately has had a purpose. This one must mean something too. I'll definitely be watching for more details on this. If it is a collectible or loot-based system, that would be an awesome addition to the game. And that's everything for today's video. What are you most excited about? 4th Sea? Bomb Rework? Fruit Reworks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them, and it's always amazing seeing how creative this community can be. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. As always, happy sailing, and I'll see you in the next one.